Today, I want to talk to you. Resilience is not the absence of struggle. It's the willingness to stay in the arena, even when it feels safer to step out. It's choosing to rise every single time you fall, and it's recognizing that even when life gets heavy, you are capable of carrying that weight. But here's the truth: resilience doesn't come from a place of being invincible or having it all figured out. It comes from the moments you wanted to give up, the moments when you doubted yourself, yet you chose to keep going. It comes from admitting that you're scared, but not letting fear take the wheel. It's learning to. Too often, we think resilience means being tough at all times, but resilience is more about embracing your vulnerability. It's about knowing that it's okay to be scared, to make mistakes, to be uncertain and still push forward. It's being able to stand up, brush yourself off, and continue moving forward even when your inner critic is screaming at you to stop. Resilience means you don't just survive your hardships, you learn and grow from them. It's realizing that every setback is a setup for a comeback. It's recognizing that pain, failure, and disappointment are not signs of defeat, but proof that you're in the arena, putting in the work. It's the courage to try, to fail, to get up again, and to try once more. That's where growth happens. That's where the magic of resilience lives. You see, when you choose to be resilient, you choose to embrace your story, each chapter, each scar, each lesson learned. You make peace with your past and step forward into your future, not with a heavy heart, but with a fuller, wiser spirit. So when life gets hard, and it will, because that's the nature of life, choose resilience. Choose to show up, not with an armor of perfection, but with the honest strength of your true self. It's only when we are willing to stay, to face discomfort, and to let our stories unfold that we discover the power that's always been within us. And you are stronger than you know. You have faced challenges and come out the other side, even when you couldn't see how. Remember that every single time you feel defeated. Resilience is not just about surviving, it's about thriving. About learning to love the process and trust yourself to keep going, even when the path is unclear. So be kind to yourself. Be brave enough to keep going. Remember, the power of resilience is not just in the outcome, but in the act of showing up and giving it everything you've got, every single time. That's resilience is not about avoiding struggle. It's about embracing it and pushing forward. It's easy to think that resilience means never feeling overwhelmed, never experiencing setbacks, and never having moments where you question everything. But that's not real life. Real resilience is about meeting those moments head on, standing there with the fear, uncertainty, and the pain, and deciding to keep moving. It's not about having it all figured out or wearing a mask of perfection. It's about being raw and real, even when it's uncomfortable. It's knowing that strength isn't found in moments of ease, but in the moments when you're on the edge of breaking, and yet you don't. Embracing struggle means accepting that life is unpredictable, that the path is rarely straight, and that mistakes and challenges are inevitable. It's about understanding that vulnerability is not a weakness. It's a powerful part of resilience. It's the courage to keep showing up, even when you're not sure how it's going to work out. It's the willingness to lean into the discomfort, to let yourself feel deeply, to let life shape you and teach you what it means to be truly resilient. And true resilience comes from admitting vulnerability and moving forward despite fear. We often think that being resilient means putting on a brave face and never showing weakness. But the truth is, real resilience is born from the moments when we are most vulnerable. It's that split second when doubt creeps in, when fear whispers that we're not good enough or that we won't make it. It's in those moments when everything in us wants to run, that we make the choice to stay, to face the discomfort, and to keep moving forward. Admitting vulnerability doesn't make us weak. It's the greatest act of courage we can show. It's stepping into the unknown, even when our knees are shaking and our voices are trembling. It's saying, I don't have all the answers, and that's okay. I'm here, I'm trying, and that matters. Vulnerability is not a sign of defeat. It's proof that we're showing up and willing to experience life, even with all its uncertainties. Resilience isn't built in the easy moments. It's built in the moments when we stand face to face with our fears, acknowledge them, and keep moving forward, choosing to believe in our own strength, even when we don't feel it. Growth happens when you learn from setbacks, not just survive them. It's easy to think that growth comes from success, from the moments when everything aligns perfectly and things go exactly as planned. But real growth, the kind that changes us at the core, happens in the moments when things fall apart, when we don't get the outcome we hoped for, or when we face failure head on. It's in those difficult moments when we're forced to look at what didn't work and why that we find the seeds of transformation. The key to growth is not just pushing through the tough times, but taking the time to reflect and learn from them. It's understanding that setbacks are not evidence of our inadequacy, but rather stepping stones to becoming who we are meant to be. They teach us resilience, patience, and humility. They help us recognize the parts of ourselves that need healing or nurturing. When we lean into the discomfort and ask, what can I learn from this? What is this teaching me? That's when we shift from merely surviving to thriving. Most real strength is found in facing your challenges and continuing to show up. It's easy to feel like we're strong when everything is going well, when the path is clear and there are no obstacles in sight. But true strength reveals itself in the moments when life pushes us to our limits, when we are forced to confront fear, doubt, and discomfort. Strength is not a static trait we either have or don't have. It's an active choice made in the trenches of life when we decide to show up, even when we don't know how we'll make it through. Facing challenges means leaning into vulnerability and accepting that we don't have all the answers. It means letting go of the illusion of control and trusting ourselves to find a way, even when the road is uncertain. Strength is choosing to stand up again after a fall, to keep going after every setback, and to believe in our own capacity to navigate whatever comes our way. It's found in the small moments when we take a deep breath and step forward, when we choose to face another day, even when it feels impossible. It's the quiet, unyielding determination that keeps us moving, one step at a time. Resilience means you don't just survive your hardships, you learn and grow from them. It's not enough to simply get through tough times and hope they'll pass. Real resilience is found in those moments when we choose to take what we've experienced and use it as fuel for growth. It's about acknowledging the pain, the disappointment, and the fear, and then making the decision to turn those emotions into stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. Every challenge holds a lesson, even when it's difficult to see in the moment. Resilience means trusting that there is value in the struggle, even if it's not immediately apparent. It's allowing yourself the space to reflect, to ask questions, to process, and to learn. It's understanding that the person you are today, with all your scars and wisdom, is stronger and wiser than the person you were before you faced hardship. Real resilience isn't about moving through life without pain. It's about integrating that pain and coming out the other side more whole. Instead, you allow them to shape you into someone who can face the next challenge with courage and a deeper understanding of yourself. So that pain and failure are not signs of defeat. They are proof that you are in the arena. Too often we equate failure with weakness, with not being good enough, or with somehow falling short. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Every time you try and fall short, every time you put your heart into something and it doesn't work out, you are showing up. You are taking the risk. That is strength. I concocted that. Pain, whether it's emotional, physical, or situational, is a part of being human. It's a sign that you're in the process of growth and transformation. It means you're pushing your boundaries, daring to reach for something more. The people who are in the arena risking failure, putting their hearts on the line, are the ones who have stories worth telling. They are the ones who, even when things don't go as planned, walk away with wisdom that no one can take away. It's not the absence of struggle that defines us, it's the courage to face it and stay in the fight. That is where resilience is born, and that is where true strength is forged. Embrace your story, including every scar and lesson, as part of your power, So often we want to hide the parts of ourselves so they ain't broken or flawed. We think that if people knew our struggles, our failures, or our mistakes, they wouldn't see us as strong or capable. But the truth is, your story, every chapter of it holds the key to your resilience. When you allow yourself to be seen, imperfections and all, you get lessons you've learned, the pain you've endured, and the victories you've claimed are yours alone. They are the parts of you that make you brave, that remind you of what you're capable of. Own them, share them. Let them be a testament to the strength that comes from embracing all of who you are, not just the parts that are easy to love. The journey of resilience is surviving, not just surviving. What if thriving is not the absence of struggle, it's the choice to find meaning within it. It's learning to lean into the discomfort and uncertainty, even when it's tempting to pull back. It's knowing that you are strong enough to stand. When you decide to thrive, you choose to acknowledge the pain, honor it, and allow it to reshape you into someone who is more authentic, more compassionate, and more grounded in who they are. It's not about pretending life is easy, it's about showing up and finding the courage to live fully, even in the face of adversity.